Okay, so happy evening to everyone. Okay, guys, am I audible? So am I audible at the same time? My video is clear means. So just type clear burn in the chat box. And today we are going to see about React hooks. Okay, yes. So we had entered into our day 21 and happily welcome each and every people. So happy evening and good evening. Okay, so many people already joined. Okay, as usual, we will wait for our friends to join. Okay, so today we are going to see about React hooks and mainly how React hooks are going to help in state management for the functional component. Okay, otherwise, don't worry, I will tell you the flow. So clearly listen. Yes, super. So audio is clear and clear, Barney. Okay, super. Audio and video is clear. So thank you so much for response. What is React hooks? Why do we needed that? Okay, why do we needed that? So why functional component is better than the class component? Okay, why functional component is better than the class component? Everything we will be discussed today. Okay, yes, super. And moreover, so before entering into our class, how many of you ready for our find yourself? Okay, ready means just type ready Bharani in the chat box. Okay, sir, don't worry. I will give you a small glance about the previous day class also. And today also, we are going to make the changes in our previous day class. Okay. And moreover, and today we will discuss about one concept. And in our next day class, we will discuss about the another concept. I will tell you what are those concepts. Okay. Yeah, super. So before that, okay, ready, and ready. Okay. So what is today's find yourself is came out of your comfort zone. Okay, always you need to succeed. Okay, we need to succeed, and if you need to create fortune means yes, definitely you need to do only one thing. Came out of your comfort zone. If you are stay inside your comfort zone, then definitely you don't grow. Okay, always clear. So clear means just type I will Bharani in the chat box. Clear means just type I will Bharani chat box. For example, I don't know programming, so don't stay as a fresher, okay? So kindly came out of your comfort zone. Without came from the comfort zone, you cannot able to succeed in your life and then career, okay? Okay, guys, clear? Yes, I will Bharani, okay? Happy to see your response. Okay, for me as an example, okay, me as an example, I am taking online class. So my friends making fun of me. Okay, so okay, look at not making fun of me as I am bad, okay, but they will see the difference. Okay, our college mate taking classes in online. Okay, same like that. I am came out of my comfort zone. So for the reason only I am here now. Okay, guys, clear? Same thing you need to do also. Happy to see you each and every person's confidence. Okay. Yes. So now we will entering into our previous day concept. Okay. In our previous day concept, we saw about properties and then state. So properties are nothing but like the parameters. Okay, like the parameters. Are you guys clear? So properties are read only. Component cannot modify its own. We can only transfer from parent component to child component. Okay, we can transfer from one component to another component. The sending component is called as parent component, and then the receiving component is called as child component. Okay, so props means we are going to send the state from one component to the another component. Okay, so data flow. So props enable a unidirectional data flow where data is passed from parent component to child component, and then custom attribute. Otherwise, we can also kindly listen. We can also change. Okay, we can also send style. Okay, so background color and then the text color, the text size, font family. We can also able to send each and everything as a property from one component to another component. For example, the good things are shared from our parent to child. Okay, same like that. Props also a properties. Okay, a properties of a particular component will be sent to the another component. We can able to send data type, number, strings, arrays, and object, whatever may be. Okay, are you guys clear now? So clear means just type props clear. So properties like, yes, your daddy's property, your land and then house is going to send for your daddy's child. Who is that? Yes, you. Okay, same like that. We are going to provide the state from one component to another component as a props. Okay, then the main thing. What is the main thing? What is state? First of all, what is that state? Okay, always clear? Yes. So now property is clear. So what is state? State is nothing but an object that holds data. Okay, object that holds data. As I told you before, the product is available. The product is sold. Okay, yes. We can also create a website with the same concept. When we are going to click the add button, the product is going to be sold. When we are going to click the remove button, the product is going to be available now. Okay, otherwise clear. We will code the same part today. Okay, in React, state is an object that holds data. The count is 0. That is also a data. The product is available. The shop is closed. Everything which we can able to see in a website is called as a state. Okay, so for example, the ticket is available, the ticket is not available. Always clear? The ticket is booked, the ticket is not booked. Only 17 seats left, only 15 seats left. Each and everything is called as state. Okay, and it is used to manage dynamic changes. Dynamic changes means, as I told you in our previous class, yes, when you are going to book the ticket count will be reduced. When you are going to cancel the ticket count will be added again. Okay, so this is called as dynamic changes. And moreover, when the state changes, the components re-renders to reflect the updated state. Okay, the component re-renders and reflect the updating changes. Okay, so this is called as state management. And moreover, so kindly look into my flow. Okay, yes, hopefully everyone join the class. Okay, hopefully everyone join the class. Happily welcome each and every people. Kindly look into the flow. Okay, the first thing, components can be created using class. Okay, so class method, and then the second method is going to be functional method. Okay, the second method is going to be functional method. So this is going to be the first flow. Okay, the first step of the flow. Clearly listen. We need component. Okay, we need component. End of the day, the result is going to be to create a component. We can create with functional method, but here is one problem. Okay, here is one problem. So kindly take it as a, okay. So here is one problem, not the problem. Here is the problem. Okay, in functional component only there is going to be a problem. What problem is, have state management. Okay, so whenever we are, kindly listen, whenever we are going to create a component using class method, the class method provide a state management opportunities. Okay, state management choices. Okay, but in functional method there is no state management. In functional method there is going to be no state management. For example, take it as a bank. Okay, take it as a bank, and take it as a phone. Okay, so mobile. So take it as a mobile. So before that, in here, always clearly compare with this example. It will be very much helpful for you to easily understand. Okay, clearly listen. Before in, okay, so before in 2010. Okay, so let's imagine 2010 to 2015. Before 2015, everyone uses bank. Okay, everyone uses bank to deposit. Okay, deposit means add button. Okay, so deposit means add button, and then mm, credit means it is going to be minus button. Okay, So now, kindly listen. The value is going to be 0. Okay, the value is going to be 0. Whenever I'm going to deposit 1000 rupees, so this is called a state. Okay, this is called a state. The state of amount is 1000. Whenever I'm going to credit 100 rupees means the state became 900. Okay, whenever I credit 100 rupees, state became 900. Again, I'm going to deposit 100 rupees means the state became 1000 rupees. So this is called a state. Okay, now only the message. Okay, so now only the message will be transfer. Okay, only the message will be transferred from bank to mobile. Okay, your balance is 1000 rupees, your balance is 900 rupees, your balance is 500 rupees. But every state management is happened in the bank. Okay, so here in our mobile we cannot able to, in our mobile we cannot able to change the state in the previous day. But now what we are going to do is we are going to introduce React hooks, which is called as special functions. Okay, which is called as special functions. Are you guys clear? So which is nothing but Phone Pay and Google Pay. So now we can able to, okay, now we can able to change the state. We can able to deposit the amount using the functional method, that is phone. Okay, deposit the amount using phone. We can able to credit the amount using phone. Okay, okay, now you guys clear? So clear means just type wow furniture. Okay, the functional component have no functionalities. Okay, to change the state and manage the state. But now we can see that after adding the special function, which is nothing but React hooks, now we can add the functionalities to a functional component. So after adding React hooks, just imagine after having phone Pay and then Google Pay, comparing to the traditional method, bank method. Yes, thank you so much for comments, guys. Comparing to bank method, phone method became easy. Okay, now everyone using only mobile for deposit and then credit. So only nowadays everyone using functional method to create component. Always clear now? So that is the purpose of React hooks. Okay. Now look into this. So React hooks are special function. Yes, that let you use state and other React features in a functional component. So before 2015, we are only using bank for our state management for crediting and then depositing. Same like that. Before introducing React hooks, we only use class component. But after introducing React hooks, we are using functional component because they simplify managing component logic and side effects. Are you guys clear now? So side effect means nothing but the change. Okay, the change in our bank account. Okay, the change in our bank account. That is called as side effect. So this is the main purpose of React hooks. Clear means just type Super Barney in the chat box. Okay, clear means just type Super Barney chat box. I'm waiting for you. Yes, I hope you will understand the purpose of React hooks. Okay, guys, I will tell you last one time. Clearly listen. In traditional method, we use class component. Nowadays, we only use functional component because after introducing React hooks, functional component is easy to write the code. Okay, same like that. Before we are using bank, now we are using phone pay. So before after introducing only phone pay, we are using mobile to transfer and credit the amount. Okay, same like that here. The React hooks made the functional component better and then easy to write the program. And moreover, there are so many React hooks are there. Okay, use state, use effort, use context, use reducer, use ref, use memo, use callback, use layout effort, use imperative handle, and use debugger. Okay, there are so many React hooks are there, but in our 30-day challenge, okay, so not in 30-day challenge, commonly these React hooks are commonly used. Okay, so mostly and then commonly using React hooks. And in our 30-day challenge, we are going to see about only two hooks, okay? Use state and use effort. Today we are going to see about use state, and in our next day class we are going to see about use effort, okay? Okay, guys, clear? So because we only have 30 days, we still need to cover Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB. So yes, so for the reason only I told you I am here to I am here to guide you for your entire lifetime through my internship. And so many people joined the internship yesterday. Okay, happily welcome each and every people. Yes, so I hope everything will be provided to you. Don't worry, you join the VIP group means you can have the my number as the admin number. You can text me privately. Okay, don't ask the non-technical question in VIP group. Always clear now. So due to time constraint, we can able to see only two hooks, but seeing use state and use effect is enough to become a front-end developer. Okay, so this is the most commonly used state. Always clear? Yes. So before entering the coding part, announcement, no attendance link, more than 70% needed. 23 days is enough to get a free certificate. Use the same mail ID and join our community group to clarify your doubts. Okay. Okay, so ready means yes. Paid members text support numbers for queries. Don't ask the support in the VIP group. If you have any technical doubt means you can post. Okay, you are allowed to post at any time. Okay, yes, you have that freedom. Okay, that's clear. So ready means just type. Let's code with one fire emoji in the chat box. Yes, we are going to continue with the same file, okay, which we created in our day 19. We are going to continue the same file which we created in our day 19 and updated in our day 20. Yes, I will show you the output. So now what I'm going to do is I am entering into the React folder and then into the front end application. Afterwards only I'm going to open the command prompt. Okay, are you guys clear? So don't make this mistake. Don't run the command inside the folder itself. Kindly navigate to the application. Okay, the front end application. Your file name. Yeah, super. So let's go. So kindly hold on. Clearly listen. To run our React app, just type with me n. Okay. Yes. npm run development. Okay. So node package manager npm run development. Just type in the chat box npm run dev. Okay. After running, the local host address is visible. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it. Okay, I'm going to paste here. Yes. After entering, yes, we had our project which we developed yesterday using state and then props. Okay, so yesterday we developed using state and then props. Are you guys clear? Yes. Happily welcome each and every people. So clear now. So npm run development, and you need to be give that command in the correct file name. Okay. Yes. So now what I am going to do is I am going to provide a state. Okay, I'm going to provide a state like clearly listen h1. Okay, h1 available. Are you guys clear? Yes, h1, the product is going to be available now. Yes, it is shown on the top. Okay, very simple. Kindly listen. The product is available, which is shown on the top. And moreover, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the height. Okay, I'm going to remove the fixed height. So instead that I am going to, because here you can see that the image came out from the came out from the division. Okay, for the reason only I'm going to remove the height and make it as default. Okay, so make it as default. Yes, the height will be adjusted based on the content. Okay, the height will be adjusted based on the content. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a button also. Okay, I'm going to provide and button also. Yes. So button, the button name is going to be add to list. Okay, the button name is going to be add to list. Okay, so now this is my UI, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a break tag. Okay, after the division you can see the break tag will be applied for all components, because as we saw yesterday, we saw in our previous day class. Yes, so we created one component and used it for multiple times. Okay, you can see. Yes, so we created the components second for only one time. We created the components second for only one time, and then we used it for 6 times. Okay, we used it for 6 times with different properties. Okay, so one is going to be student. Okay, so here, okay, so student not is not going to be student. Okay, we will change the product. Okay, we'll change the product. Kindly listen. So kindly listen to me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to name it as Sue. Okay. Yes. Here the value is changed to Sue. Okay. Here the value is changed into Sue. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the okay, I'm going to replace the image address also. For example, I'm going to search for Sue. Okay, I'm going to search for Sue, and then I'm going to images, and then I'm going to copy this. Okay, so copy image address, and I'm going to change the address. Okay, I'm going to change the address. Yes, now you can see that yes, it became a Sue. Okay, now you can see that it became a Sue, and moreover here also it will become a Sue, because the same component copied and pasted. Okay, same like that. Instead of job seeker, we make an hoodie. Okay, instead of job seeker we make a hoodie. Okay, the hoodie is available. Now I am going to search for hoodie. Okay, I'm going to search for hoodie. So here I'm going to select this. Okay, so copy image address, and here in the URL 2 I'm going to replace the job seeker image with the hoodie. Okay, you can see the hoodie image will be available now. Hoodie image will be available now. And then same like that, I'm going to remove the homemaker and put it as bag. Okay, yes, bag. Now I'm going to search for bag. Okay, now I'm going to search for bag and I'm going to copy this. Okay, copy image address and replace the URL 3. Okay, replace the URL 3. Okay, done. So now we can see that okay, the address is going to be so much. Okay, we will take this bag address. Okay, copy image address. Yes, here also the address is so long, which makes our program very big. Okay, okay. 3 address are so long. Okay, yes. Kindly wait. We will take the another image. Okay, copy image address, and then I'm going to paste here. Okay, this small, and then same thing in Sue also. We are going to take this. Okay, we are going to take this. I'm going to copy image address, and I'm going to replace with the previous image. Okay, are guys clear what I'm doing? So clear means just type clear for the chat box. Yes, just replace the address and the name, because we are not going to add to this the homemaker and then students and job seeker. Okay, now here you can see that okay, the image is a little bit different. Okay, the image is a little bit different. For example, we can change this tail also. Okay, second dot CSS, the image height is going to be like 60 viewport height. Okay, now we will have a perfect. Okay, now we will have a perfect division. Okay, now we will have a perfect division. So this is the component one. Are you guys clear? Yes, component one. So now we changed the student into soup and job seeker into hoodie and that homemaker into bag. Okay, and this is the copy of this. This is the copy of that component. Okay, yes. So now what we are going to do is, okay, now what we are going to do is, I am going to add another button. Okay, I'm going to add another button. That button is going to be remove. Okay, that button is going to be remove. So we have an add to list and then remove from list. Okay, so we can simply provide, simply provide add. Okay, we have two buttons. So one is add. Okay, so one is add and another one is remove. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a break tag. Okay, I'm going to provide a break tag. Yes, so add and then remove. Okay, two buttons are there. Now what we are going to do, yes, we are going to style the buttons. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to style the button in the second dot css. Guys, these are the things we already saw in our, okay, these are things we already saw in our day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope you guys understand. Okay, so now what we are going to do is I'm going to call the button. The background color is going to be gray color. Okay, the background color is going to be gray color, and then border is going to be 3 pixel solid black. Okay, and then border radius is going to be like 20 pixel. You can see, yes, add and then remove. We can also provide a particular width and height. Okay, the width is going to be, like 10 viewport width. Okay, okay, you can go with 15 viewport width. Okay, now we have an add and then remove button. Okay, now we had our add and then remove button, and moreover, same like that we can also style the available. Okay, same like that we can also style the available. Okay, so now, okay, that is enough. Available is enough. Okay, now the product is available. So when I click the add, it need to be like sold. When I click the remove, it need to be like again available. Okay, when I click the remove button, it need to be again available. Are you guys clear? So clear means just type okay Bharani. If it's clear means just type okay Bharani chat box. I will tell you each and everything clearly. So for the reason only, we are going to use the use state. Okay, use state hook. Okay, this is going to change the state of the object. Okay, state of the component. Are you guys clear? Yes. Okay, Barney, clearly listen. I will tell you with the examples and then the practical application also. We are going to use state. Okay, we are going to use state. Okay, this is going to be your first and the best component. So now I am going to provide you the syntax. Okay, I'm going to provide you the syntax. Yes, clearly listen. Constant, because the state is going to be constant. Okay, the variables of state is going to be constant. I'm going to open a dependency array. I'm going to open a dependency array. Okay, so sorry, destructuring array. Okay, this is called as a destructuring array. So inside the destructuring array, I'm going to provide this state. Okay, I'm going to provide this state and then set state. Okay, so this is equal to assign in the use state. Okay, is going to assign the use state function. As I told you before, the functional component has no functionality, so we are using a use state function. So we are using a use state special function. So this is called as, okay, this is called as, obviously this is called as destructuring array. I will tell you the complete syntax clearly. Okay, so here the first one is called as, okay, first one is called as current state, and after comma it is a method to change the current state. Okay, for example, function to change the, okay, function to change the state. Are you guys clear? So this is called as, okay, this is called as current state of the object. What is mean by current state? Yes, here you can see we are going to provide the initial state. Okay, inside the parenthesis we are going to provide the initial state. For example, okay, for example, here the initial state is going to be available. It is going to be a string. Okay, it is going to be a string. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this available. I'm going to remove this available, and then to call a JavaScript instead of HTML, we need the curly braces. This is the current state. Okay, this is the initial state which is going to be assigned in the current state. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the current state. Okay, so now our user interface will be remain the same. For example, if I change this from available to current state means this current state will be updated to the current state. Okay, this value will be updated to the current state. So this is called here. Now you can see, yes, current state. So now at the same time we can also provide like the count is 0, the count is 0. Yes, it is an integer. Okay, the count is 0. Otherwise clear, the count is 0. So whenever we are going to provide the current state, the initial state, okay, it will be assigned to the current state. Now it is clear. So now it is clear. See here, the initial state will be assigned to the current state, and using this method, you can provide any name. Okay, you can provide any name. For example, so state and changing state. But here, state and test state will be easy to understand. Okay, that's clear. So clear now means just type initial state equal to current state in the chat. Okay, so what are the things you are going to provide here? It will be going to assign in this variable. Okay, assign in this variable. So this is called as our initial state. This is called as our current state. This is the method or a function to change the current state. Okay, this is the method or a function to change the current state. Yes. So now, are you guys clear? Yes, super. So now the current state is going to be a string. Okay, now the current state is going to be like a string available. Okay, string going to be available. You can see that now every product is available. Okay, now every product is available. So now what we are going to do is whenever, okay, so whenever, yeah, super. So clear guys, whenever I'm going to on click, okay, whenever I'm going to on click the button, some JavaScript is going to write. Okay, so what is the JavaScript means? I am going to provide a function add item. Okay, so add item. Okay, are you guys clear? So now, guys, you need to write every JavaScript before the return. Okay, because in return only HTML part should be there. Okay, so above below the function, after starting the function, and then before the return, okay, you need to provide all the JavaScript. Now you can see that I'm going to write the function. I'm going to write the function. Okay, add item. I'm going to write the function add item. Whenever I'm going to click this button, this function is going to run. Okay, this function is going to run. So now what this function going to provide us? Okay, set state equal to a string. Okay, set state is equal to, make this string like sold out. Always clear? So whenever I'm going to click this button, okay, whenever I'm going to click this button, a add item function is going to run. Okay, so whenever the add item function is going to run, it's going to set the state from available to sold out. Set the state from available to sold out. Now we can see that whenever, now the answer is what? Just type available in the chat box. Okay, just type available in the chat box. Okay, So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the add button. After adding, it became sold out. This is called as dynamic changes. Okay. Now you can clearly see that this is the entire component which has HTML, which has CSS, and then JavaScript. That's why React is called as building block of component, and component have HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So that's why React is called as front end library. Okay. Okay, guys. Now a single component has the entire front end technology. Okay, and HTML, CSS, and then JavaScript. When I click the remove button, nothing will be happen. Okay, when I click the remove button, nothing will be happen. So now what I'm going to do is same thing. I'm going to on click. Okay, I'm going to on click means another function remove item. Okay, another function remove item provided the camel case. Okay, the camel case. So same thing, function remove item. Okay, so function remove item. So inside that we are going to set the state. Okay, inside we are going to set the state again as available. Okay, so again as available. Okay, so now you can see that when I click the add button, it became sold out. When I'm going to click the remove button, it again became available. So this is called as dynamic change. So this is called as our state. Okay, for example, we can also do like this. I'm going to remove the available. I'm going to remove the available. Here I'm going to provide that the count is the count is 0. Okay, the initial value of count is 0. You can see the count is 0. And then what I'm going to provide is whenever I'm going to click the add button, count equal to, okay, count equal to, sorry for that, yes, state plus 1. Okay, whenever I'm going to click the button state plus 1 and set state equal to, okay, or you can also provide directly. Okay, state plus 1. So already the state is 0. Now we are going to set the state from 0 plus 1. It is going to be 1. Okay, same like that. Now what we are going to do is we are going to provide state minus 1. So now the answer is going to be whenever we are going to click the add button, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dynamically changes. When I am going to click the remove button, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So dynamically changes. So this is called as state management. In our functional component, there is no state management. By adding the React hooks, okay, by adding the React hooks, a special function like PhonePe and Google Pay, now we can able to manage the state management. Before that, no state management. We cannot able to change the state, remove the state, whatever will be okay. But now using these React hooks, we can able to manage the state. Okay, all guys clear now? So clear means just type wow Varun in the chat box. So I am not going to confuse you with the new concept. So today we will end our class with use state alone, and in our next day class we are going to see about use separate. Okay, so what is mean by use separate and why we are going to use that? Okay, yes, now this is called as state management. The initial count, for example, to change the initial count as 100. Okay, change the initial count as 100 means now the current product is 100. Whenever some person is going to purchase, okay, so whenever going to some person going to purchase, we can make it as -1. Okay, now we can change the logic according to us. Whenever some person going to purchase the product, 100 minus 1. So you can see only 100, okay, available. Okay, so now we can see only 100, 101 is available. So now what we are going to do is I'm going to add plus here. Okay, The initial state is going to be 100. Yes, I'm going to refresh. Only 100 is available. When I am going to purchase, the state is going to be changed from 99. When I'm going to purchase more product, it's going to be 95. When I'm going to return the product, okay, when I'm going to return the product, for example, you can change it as remove and return. So based on this, we can use our website to any extent, okay. So with the help of use state, we can able to change our component to any extent. So this is a component. This component having HTML, the images, text, everything. Okay, CSS, and then JavaScript logic. So all three are inside a component. All three are inside a single component. We need to make the same component with the different properties. Means as we saw in our previous slide, we can use properties. So here the third image. Here also we can change. Okay, I'm going to purchase 5 hoodies. Okay, it became 95. I'm going to return 140. It became 96. So this is the main usage of components. Okay, we are going to create component for one time. Using properties, we can able to create multiple components, and then using state management, React hooks, we can change the particular state of each and every component. I hope everyone clear now. As I told you before, for the programming, you need to join in our internship and the recorded videos also. So announcement, no attendance link will be there. Thank you so much guys. See you soon and bye bye. Okay. Yes. Happy night.